Alright, boys and girls, welcome to the DFS experience for Monday, November 6th. This video is brought to you by our friends over at Thrive Fantasy, the player prop website where you can play against the house or play against other players in contest format. Steph Curry, 29.5 total points. If you choose over, you get 95 points. If you choose under, you get 105 points. You got Tyrese Halliburton over under 9.5 total assists. If you choose over, you get 80 points. If you choose under, you get 120 points. You do get a deposit match up to $250 if you use my promo code DFS Chapel, or you can use the link that's in my description. We're going to start with DraftKings. We're going to start with point guard like we always do. Haven't really looked over the slate yet. Literally just walked in the house, ate some shit real quick, and I'm making this video, so just bear with me. Luka Magic, 12K. You know how I feel about that. It's hard to play him at 12K. Well, you could play him at 12K. He was 13K the other day when Kyrie was questionable. Luka at 12K is still a little bit tough with Kyrie next to him, because at the end of the day, ideally what they want is for both of those guys to be going. Kyrie's been taking a backseat to Luka, so neither of them look great when it comes to paying off their fantasy. Now, Luka could always go crazy. We know that. But 12K is tough, because the thing with paying 12K for one player, how do you build the rest of your lineup? What's your value? We don't have value yet. Like I always tell you, you don't get your value till right before lock. If you're plugging in value pieces 21 hours before, 15, 10, 5 hours before, that lineup is dead. You feel me? Steph Curry, 10.2K, fire his ass up. Halliburton is getting real comfortable. Lock his ass in. Trae Young is fine. Lillard, I'm not sold on Milwaukee. I don't need Lillard. I don't need Lillard at 9.2 when I have Halliburton at 9.4. Kyrie, that's a no thank you. Harden is 8.8K. Who in the world thinks that Harden's gonna pay that off? 8.8K with next to Westbrook, Paul George, and Kawhi. I don't see it. He's a fade. Brunson, getting comfortable, 8.4. Still a touch overpriced because he had one good game. Maxi's in play. Giddy's supposed to be a stone cold lock, but it's not. That's not what it's looking like. 31 minutes, no SGA on the floor. Shot 15 times. It's not a problem, but the production was lackluster. 27 fantasy points with SGA off the floor. Not gonna cut it. He might have a good game this game, and this is this pace. This should be a high pace game, so you could go back to Giddy if you're feeling froggy. Tyler Hero has taken over Miami. That's now his team. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. 8.1K, fire his ass up. DeJounte Murray's absolutely in play. 7.8K, fire his ass up. Play Van Fleet now while he's at 7.5K, because his price will go up. Trust me. Jordan Poole, no thank you, especially against Philly. Westbrook, price is fine. Still no thank you. Gonna be a lot of growing pains in LA. Cam Thomas is in play. Ben Simmons is in play. Drew Holiday is in play. No Chris Paul for me. First of all, he's coming off the bench. He's getting his 28 minutes, 25 minutes, but look at the shot. Look at the shot attempts. You're not winning no kind of contest paying 7K for a player that's shooting 6 times a game. Okay. D'Angelo Russell's in play. The Lakers need a win. Those teams out in the West, they know they need to start winning games now if they want to get into the playoffs. Expect LA to play their starters well into the late 30s minutes. Russell, Braun, AD, 32, 34, 36 minutes. Dinwiddie's fine. He's just there. Sohan is up and down. Clarkson is up and down, but I take that shot on him at 6K as the starting point guard or shooting guard. Him and THT, I don't know. I guess THT is the point. Clarkson's the shooting guard, starting shooting guard for Utah, 6K. Jordan Clarkson, you know you're going to take the shot, fire his ass up. Derek White, if he's good to go, fire him up. Tyus Jones. Guess what? Washington is one of the worst teams in the league. I'm lying. Washington is the worst team in the league because once Morant comes back and Brandon Clark's healthy and Steven Adams comes back, if he ever comes back, once Memphis is whole, they're not the Wizards. The Wizards are the worst team in the league by far, and the only two, Tyus Jones, I could play, but it's not his fault they get blown out by 30 and they don't play the whole game. I would love to play Tyus Jones at 5.8K. Kuzma, Abdia, good pieces. They're just not good enough, and they're getting blown out and they're losing minutes. Washington is unplayable for me right now. If you want to play Washington Wizards, congratulations. There's something I can't do because I don't like to waste money. If I start seeing trends, I jump on the trend right away. We've seen 2-3 games already where they're getting blown out and they lose minutes. Listen, Kuzma could win you a tournament. Poole on a good day could win you a tournament. No one else is winning you a tournament. You're not missing nothing much. Quickly's in play. Trey Jones, you could take a shot. Bruce Brown, 5.6, he's fine. Cole Anthony's fine. Reggie Jackson, if you're desperate. I don't play Lowry. Melton is just there. His role on the Sixers right now is not to shoot a lot. I'm not playing him. Fultz, if he's healthy. Kobe White, you could play as value. When I say value, as a cheap guard, if you have no one else, because he'll be on the court and he'll take some shots. McConnell, you don't need. Suggs, you could take a shot. Highland, yeah, all right. Good luck with that, buddy. No Highland for me. Killian Hayes, you could take a shot. Ivy, you could take a shot. And if there's no Ivy, you could play Sasser. If for some reason Black starts again, you could play Black. Caruso's in play. Gary Payton II is in play. But be very careful with Steve Kerr because he does a lot of magical shit with his lineups. Let's go to shooting guard. Paul George, 9.1. 1/4 of the big four. Do you think Paul George could pay off 9.1K? If you think he could pay it off, play him. I'd rather play Anthony Edwards at 8.9K. The only other person he's contending with for shots is Karl Anthony Towns. And the whole world knows this is Anthony Edwards' team. Fire up Anthony Edwards. Cunningham, fire his ass up. Ingram, no McCollum. Expect the real Ingram to stand up. Fire his ass up. Jaylen Brown's in play. Zach LaVine's in play. Klay Thompson at 6.9K is ridiculous. You know what? I'm a little bit biased because I can't ever get this guy right. But his highest fantasy points was 30. Right? Let's just round off this 6.9K salary to 7K. What's 5 times 7? 35. He hasn't hit 5 times value all year. Why the fuck would we pay 6.9K for this guy? He's taking 10 to 18 shots. Even if he hits half his shots, he's still not giving you 30 fantasy points. Klay Thompson's a respectful fade for me. Let's carry on. Vassell. If Vassell's healthy, this is a good matchup for him. Jalen Green's in play. Buddy Hield is very risky. Oubre, if he starts again, I'm locking him in. Middleton to fade. Reeves, you could take a shot. THJ, you could take a shot. Malik Monk's in play. THT, you could take a shot. Kassan, right? Kassan Wallace, 5.2K. They might start him again. and I might have to fade him. When he does something romantic, then we'll holler. Listen, look at all these minutes and look at this production. It doesn't add up. No, thank you. Dylan Brooks 5.2, absolutely in play. Herder, Caldwell, Pope, Christian, Braun, Mathurin, all of them in play. I'm not high on Mathurin at all. Hasn't done much. But, yeah, he's a fade for me, to be honest with you. I don't need Mathurin. We're going into our third week? Almost our third week of the NBA season. I've seen what I needed to see. Understand one thing. One thing I'll never forget is that Jay-Z said it best. Men lie, women lie, and numbers don't. You could just look at the numbers and see what they're averaging. And the average means that's usually basically what they do. You know what I'm saying? I can't pay $5K for a guy that's going to give me 15 to 20 fantasy points. Because you know what? I'm a lose. I'm not going to cash. I'm going to lose. I'm going to be a big fat loser. No, thank you. This guy, Jordan Hawkins, I don't want to talk about him. He starts, plays 32 minutes, gives you 6 fantasy points. Comes off the bench, plays 24 minutes, gives you 24 fantasy points. Okay, all right. With McCollum out, Jordan Hawkins is in play. Norman Powell, how many minutes is Norman Powell gonna get now with the big four? Because they all got to get their minutes. I don't know. I can't take that shot. I'd rather play Bogdanovich. Cam Reddish is another bozo too. No, thank you. All these bozos, Cam Reddish, Connaughton, Pritchard, no thank you. Let's go to small forward. Tatum, Braun, Marketing, Butler. I'm not playing Butler. If he doesn't play, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo get a bump. No Butler for me. Bridges, McHale's in play. Keldon Johnson's in play. Franz Wagner's in play. Osir Thompson, 6.6K, fire his ass up. Michael Porter's in play. I can't play Abdia. I wish I could. You know, if I'm playing a lot of lineups, and I really need to play Abdia or Kuzma, fine, because they come to work every day. But it's very risky, because that team is dog shit. Harrison Barnes is another one. He's good for the first week of the season, and that's it. Herbert Jones is in play. Herbert Jones gets a little bit of a boost for no McCollum. Dort, you could take a shot. Lonnie Walker. Josh Hart. Wait. RJ Barrett. If Josh Hart starts again, I'm sorry. Yeah, if Josh Hart starts again, you could play Josh Hart. Royce O'Neal, you could take a shot. DeAndre Hunter's in play. Sadiq Bey. You got to pay attention to Atlanta's starting lineup because that shit flip-flops every game. Sadiq Bey is in play either way. Gets a little bit of a bump if he starts. Just a little bit. Nothing fantastic. Isaiah Joe, you could take a shot. Power forward. Giannis. I told you he was going to be a 10K player. Giannis is a 10K player now. Not even that. He's a 9K player, but y'all ain't ready for that. I'm lying. Giannis is an 8.5K player right now, but y'all ain't ready for that discussion. $48, $50, $46, $24, 11 shots, 10 shots. Giannis, the greatest player, the guy that was supposed to take the throne from LeBron. Yo, he fumbled. He ain't next in line anymore. He lost his spot before he even got it. Jokic will be there before him, and if not, Wembanyama will be there. Unfortunately, because the NBA wants to give up LeBron's seat. Was supposed to be Giannis, and he failed miserably. Giannis is now an 8.5K player. Sorry, it is what it is. Zion gets a boost with no McCollum. He's another one. He's a 7K player right now. He's a 7.2K player right now, not 8.8. Markkinen is fine. Leonard is okay. You know the situation. Wembanyama 8.5. I play him every slate, to be honest with you. Julius Randle. I don't even want to talk about Julius Randle right now. He's in play though. Cat, he's in play. Porzingis is in play. Banchero is finding himself. Play him while he's 7.7K because his price will be up by the end of the week. Kuzma's in play. Tobias looks expensive, but he's in play. Everybody got a little bit of a pep in their step with no James Harden. I wonder why. Jalen Williams is absolutely in play. He started off the other game, his last game, very slowly. You got to go right back to him. He's in the middle of everything. Aaron Gordon's in play. Keegan Murray, yeah. He was a fucking failure the last game. 3 of 12, 11 fucking fantasy points. Worst game of the season. I think I might have to go back to him just for his rebound game. He's been playing well all season and not going to hold it against him. No one's perfect. Draymond is active. Fire his ass up. John Collins in Utah is good. Very good. For fantasy-wise, Jabari Smith, underpriced. Jump on him while you can because his price will go up. Jalen Johnson, if he starts again, he's a lock. You say it one more time. If Jalen Johnson starts again, he's a lock, okay? And don't nobody ask me no fucking questions like, why do you like Jalen Johnson? If you have to ask me why I like Jalen Johnson at 5.6K, delete DraftKings and FanDuel out of your phone. Finney Smith's in play. I'm not really high on Andrew Wiggins. Not really sure what the fuck he's doing this season, but he's just there. Porter is okay. Wagner's in play. Kuminga's in play. Grant Williams is in play. Naz Reid is in play. Saric is in play. Jalen Smith is in play, believe it or not. Let's go to center. Jokic, Embiid, Sabonis, AD, Bam, Sengun, Vooch, Miles Turner, my boy Durant, Gobert, too cheap, Zach Collins, all in play. Capella, if you're desperate. Brook Lopez should be trending upwards. Robinson, if you absolutely have no choice. If they start Goga again, you can play him, but you're never going to get him at 3K doing what he did the last game. He was amazing. I'd rather just play Okongwu, because you know what he's going to do. You got to be careful with Goga at 4.7K, but he's in play. Goga, Okongwu, all in play. All right, listen, we're about to go to FanDuel. Breeze through that real quick. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up, all that good stuff. If you need help with your lineups, you need me to build your lineups, or if you want my finalized optimal lineups before lock, check out the Patreon link in the description and hit up the NBA tier. We're about to go to FanDuel. My player pool has remained the same. Just gonna breeze through these salaries to see if anything stands out because FanDuel and DraftKings are drastically different. Luka Halliburton, Luka's fine. Halliburton and Curry are priced appropriately. Not interested in Harden. Trae Young is fine. Dame Dollar's price has come down a little bit. It's still a bit too high still. I like Maxey, Murray. They're fine. Brunson, Van Vliet, Cade are all good. Giddey, I'm expecting Giddey to have a big game. Westbrook, I can't really play right now until I see what's going on. Ben Simmons, you could take a shot. He just doesn't shoot enough. Drew Holiday, Russell, Dinwiddie, Jalen Green, Clarkson, they're all fine. Sohan, if you must. Tyus Jones, unfortunately, I got to stay away. Suggs, Cole Anthony, Trey Jones, quickly, Monk, Hayes, all in play. Davion Mitchell, very scared of him. Anthony Black, if he starts. All right, let's go to shooting guard. Edwards is fine. Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is absolutely in play. Jaylen Brown's in play. Mikal Bridges is fine. Levine, Franz Wagner, Cam Thomas, all priced appropriately. Jalen Williams looks good. Vassell. I don't play players coming off of groin injuries. Gary Harris came off of a groin injury, started the game and couldn't finish it. I don't do groin injuries. Ausar Thompson is probably a lot for me because he's very fantasy friendly. Jalen Green looked good. Kelly Oubre is another guy that looks really good to me. Reeves, THT, fine. No thank you on Middleton. Herbert Jones gets a little bit of a boost. Dylan Brooks is fine. Tim Hardaway Jr. is fine. Klay Thompson is priced better here, 5.4K. That's what he is, a 5.5. He's like a 5K player, to be honest. Herder's in play. He's fine. Hart if he starts. Bogdan. Branham if he starts again. KCP is fine. Braun is fine. Hawkins is in play. Hold on a second. That's just 5K. Look, if Ivy can't go, Sasser's in play. He's a little bit pricey, but he's in play. Tatum, Braun priced appropriately. Markkanen, Kawhi, they're fine. Brandon Ingram is going to be very popular. Banchero's fine. Kuz, 7.7, he's fine, but just remember what I said about Washington. DeRozan is fine. Keldon Johnson, Tobias Harris, Keegan Murray's fine. I probably won't get the Keegan Murray on this slate, but he's fine. Michael Porter, Jalen Johnson, 6.1. I would prefer him to start on FanDuel at 6.1K, but I definitely love the DraftKings price. DeAndre Hunter is fine. Slow-mo, Carl Anderson, Dort, all these guys are appropriate. Siddiq Bey, if he starts, you could take a shot. DFS is fine. Dorian Finney-Smith. No Wiggins for me. Royce O'Neal's in play. I don't play these guys down here. I really don't. I'm looking for a minimum of 30 fantasy points for my lowest salary player. So I can't be playing those guys. Those bargain basement guys. I can't do it. I play balanced lineups. That's just how I play. You want to play stars and stripes or scrubs and scrubs and stars and stars and scrubs, you do that. I know that's what they teach you on the bigger shows. Congratulations. But I keep my shit balanced. I like for a minimum of 30 to 35 points for my lowest salary player. You feel me? I don't play that game. I like to spread the love. Because imagine you play Luka and a bum, and Luka gets hurt, or Luka has a regular game, you lose. You see what I'm saying? I like to give every spot an opportunity to give me a minimum of 30 fantasy points. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. You play how you want to play. AD 11.6 too cheap. Giannis 10.3K. He's still priced a little bit too expensive for what the fuck he's been doing, but who am I? Sabonis is in play. Wemby 8.5K. You know they wanna put him at 10K. They want to, and they will. You better play him now. Cat's in play. Zion is okay. Randall's okay. Zach Collins is absolutely in play. Draymond, Zach Collins. Zach Collins, Draymond Green, John Collins, all in play. Jabari Smith in play. Aaron Gordon. Stewart, Naz Reid, they're fine. Grant Williams if you're desperate. I would prefer Finney Smith. Saric if you're desperate. I don't think I'm going anything lower than Saric, to be honest with you. And at center, Embiid 12K, he's fine. I don't know why he's more expensive than Jokic, but I think he's more expensive than Jokic because of the matchup. That means that he's going to be very, very, very low owned because people are just going to play Jokic instead. Bam is fine. A little bit of a bump with no what's his name? Butler. Sengun is absolutely in play. Chet is in play. Vooch, Gobert, Miles Turner, Duran, all in play. Valanciunas is iffy because of his minutes. Listen, once Zion is playing, I'm not going to be fucking around with Valanciunas. Last game, 20 minutes, you see? Like clockwork. Mitchell Robinson, Capella, Okongwu, Brook Lopez. All those guys are in play. I don't play Looney because I can't trust Looney with Steve Kerr. Or I can't trust Steve Kerr with Looney. Goga. If you want to play, if Goga starts and you want to play him, I'm fine with that. But the rest of your lineup better be fire. And I think that's about it. So listen. What was that? How many games is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Seems like I've been doing this shit forever. Listen. 12 games up. 12 games down. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys had a profitable weekend. Don't forget to subscribe. Very important. Hit the bell. Thumbs up. All that stuff is very important. Check out the Patreon link in the description if you need lineups. If you want my lineups. And I'm going to go on and get out of here. And I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.